Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I've been getting a lot of comments recently asking for an update on my condition with my small fiber neuropathy. So the only reason why I haven't really updated is because there hasn't been a big change. Unfortunately, my doctor hasn't been able to figure out if there is anything else we can do other than try the medications for a third time. Some of them for a second time, but I've decided that I don't want to do that yet. So I guess I'll just give you a little update. I actually hadn't seen my doctor in a year and a half, which I thought was crazy. And when I talked to her, even she was like, I thought I just saw you. And I was like, yeah, I could have sworn I saw you in July of last year. So I was like, oh no. But I did let her know, so there has been a slight change to my condition. Unfortunately, it hasn't gotten any better, it has gotten worse. I just realized I'm wearing my sunglasses too. There we go. Okay. So, my condition has been getting worse. Not much worse, but unfortunately I have been dealing with more flares that have varied from lengths in time, from anywhere from a day to weeks. And I have developed a new symptom. Unfortunately, I have started the tremors. That's what I'm calling them. I was calling them the shakes because that's literally what looks like happening. If I have too much adrenaline or too much anxiety or anything that triggers my neuropathy in any way, I can start shaking. My mom refers to it as it looks like I am convulsing from a seizure. What I am fully conscious. She says I slur a little, but that just might be how I talk. I don't know. But so yes, it does get quite intense. It did start on a family vacation, unfortunately, and I was using my aid. Like my mobility aids at the time. I was, I'm sorry, I think somebody's doing yard work. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to suffer through it. My lighting in my house is awful, and I just really want to record this in nice lighting for once. But yeah, so, okay. So it did start on a family vacation, unfortunately. And now it happens whenever I go to concerts, just pretty much anything where I have high adrenaline, high anxiety. And the worst time I did have a flare with that it was about a week long. Actually at the start of this month, I kind of triggered it myself without even realizing it. I went to 2 concerts. I saw Pink on Monday, was home all day the next day, went to a concert I saw Fall Out Boy on Wednesday, and then for that rest of the week I was in a severe flare where my pain was really bad, the tremors were happening randomly and like awful random times. I was able to actually go see my friend that weekend though, and just like hang out by her fire, and was able to chill, and they did relax a little bit. Thank God. However, when I showed up at her house after driving, it literally looked like I was convulsing in my car. The people that were there and like before me, they had pulled up right before me, and I waited. I was like breathing, like deep breathing, only concentrating on it until I saw them like walk up to the sidewalk, and then when I stopped, I completely just kept convulsing until I could like breathe it out again. But yeah, so really that's it. There's no update other than that. Unfortunately, I did go for blood work, and apparently that all came back normal. So we're right where I am, where I have been, unfortunately. It's just taking it day by day. I try to vlog some of my days, but because of the pain, I can't always hold my camera, and I recently broke my tripod, and I don't know if you've seen it yet in this one. I also broke my camera, so I'm on my phone right now. But I have been seeing everybody's questions, so let me find them. Okay, sorry, new angle. I had to actually go and look through the messages because I couldn't remember which ones were which. And oh my god, I just reread some of them, and thank you guys for being so supportive of everything I'm dealing with. I really am appreciative of everything you've said and the support that I've gotten. I will try to answer the questions to the best of my ability, but I do just want you to know, like, everything that I've learned is stuff that either my doctor has told me or things that I have researched on my own. And I will try to put the questions on the screen. So the first one is, oh, I actually already answered this. This one was just asking if there's been any recent update. Unfortunately, nothing really other than symptoms. Not really any treatment plan. I honestly don't really have a treatment plan. And then the next one is, I was wondering, did they ever find a cause for your neuropathy? Also, how do you feel now? So they still have not found a cause. As of right now, it's called idiopathic, which just means that it came out of nowhere. There have been like thoughts that it could have been from a vaccine that I had gotten, or just like pretty much childbirth, because I had my daughter the year before I went to the doctor for the first time for this issue. So they really don't know. So it's just classified as idiopathic, which means they have no reason. It just happened. And this one asked if I am able to feel pinpricks during the test or the hot and cold temperatures on my skin. So it's funny that you bring this up, because yes, I do still feel pinpricks. They don't hurt as bad, like I feel like as most people feel, like in comparison, but I've had a high pain tolerance for a while, obviously. However, the temperature, she did the cold on my hand and on my legs, and it was noticed that like from here it is colder, but once you get to my hand and my fingers, it's not as cold, and the same with my legs and feet. But I actually live in hot water. The hotter the better normally. It helps with the pain. I'm not sure how, but it does for me. I don't know if it does for anybody else. And my skin does not actually feel worse when sorry, it's also, do your symptoms become sometimes worse when the skin is damp? I've never noticed, actually. I don't think so. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out, and I will let you know if it changes, but as of right now, no. Do I take any supplements? So yes and no. So I don't actually take anything specifically for my small fiber neuropathy. It is just like topicals mostly, which are like CBD, THC topicals, as well as lidocaine patches on the worst spot. Like if my whole leg hurts, but my knee, every time it bends, hurts, I will put it around my kneecap or on my kneecap to help that spot the most. It doesn't help the entire problem, but it does help the more severe spots for that time. As for supplements though, I do take a few supplements, but they are not for this. So I live in New England, and while I try to sit outside as much as I can, I do have a vitamin D deficiency because I spend most of my year inside away from the sun. So pretty much anybody that lives in New England or like anywhere like New England, you most likely are on a vitamin D supplement as well, because you probably have the same problem. And actually at the beginning of this year, I think it was, maybe a few months into this year of 2023, I did start taking magnesium. My levels said that they were normal. However, a coworker suggested it for my migraines. I get chronic migraines as well. And unfortunately, a lot of it does have to do with where I live, with the weather, unfortunately. But she suggested magnesium because she takes it every day and it helps with hers. So I did start taking it, and I will say it's helped a little bit with that, but unfortunately mine is mostly weather related, so it doesn't really help that much. And then I also take like fiber, but that's because I have stomach issues now as well. And I forgot that I think I'm missing one, but yeah, anyways, I do take them, just not for this. Ooh, who is the doctor I saw in New York? That's a great question. Let me go look her up. I cannot remember her name right now. I'm gonna have to look it up. So editing Cassandra will put it on the screen. I will say though, she was at Mount Sinai, and that place is amazing. Ooh, so this one's about weakness. So I do have weakness in all of my limbs, unfortunately. When I did bring it up to my doctor, she did say that that is uncommon for small fiber neuropathy. Typically neuropathy doesn't cause that. I'm not sure how accurate that is, or how much study has been put on that, because a lot of people that I've talked to with neuropathy do feel that heavy, like, weight, like that weakness, like their limbs are heavy. So I'm not sure 100%. My doctor said no, but I feel it's yes, but I'm not a doctor. So I'm sorry that you're dealing with this, and I will say I am too, unfortunately. Oh, and also, this person, my nerve conduct tests don't show anything either, because it is not your large fibers that are being tested. It's not your small fibers being tested, it's your large fibers being tested. So that's why a lot of our tests come back with false negatives, just so you know. It's a different system. But that's really all the questions I had. Everybody else was just really commenting and being really kind to me, and I really appreciate that, because sometimes, unfortunately, dealing with this, I do feel like I'm making it up, and I feel like a lot of people probably do, because, like, it's not really that I feel like I'm making it up, because I feel the pain, but, like, I feel like nobody believes that I feel it because they can't see it. And I don't know. I guess that's just how I feel. I don't know. It's probably just me overthinking it. But thank you guys for being so nice. Thank you for, like, asking questions. If you do have any more questions, I will try to see if I can answer them. But thank you. And I will try to be better at updating. Unfortunately, there just hasn't been any updates other than, like, negative ones, and I hate posting that. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you for checking in on me. And I really hope that everybody that said that they are dealing with this, I'm sorry. I really hope that things are working out better than they are for me. Unfortunately, I don't have options anymore, I guess. But thank you for watching. Bye.